Assalamu alaikum students. Here we have another question on substitution method. I picked this question because this is a different type of questions. I told you that in substitution method the first step is to pick one equation, and the trick behind picking one equation was to pick that equation that has 1 as coefficient of x or y. But this type of question, we don't have 1 as the coefficient of x and y in either of the equations 1 and 2. Here in equation number 1 we have 3 and 2, and equation number 2 has 9 and 8. We don't have 1 as coefficient in either in equation 1 or 2, so our trick is not valid in these type of questions. So there is another trick. Yes, there is another trick. What is that trick? The trick is very simple. Just pick that equation whose value of coefficient is less. That is the simple one. That is, we will be going with equation number 1 since it has 3 and 2 as coefficient, and 2 is the least among these three numbers. So I will be going with equation number 1. I will write equation number 1 over here. My equation number 1 is 3x plus 2y equals to 7. I picked this equation because this equation has 2 as coefficient of y, which is the least number among these three numbers. So this is the simple basic trick. So what will I do next? I will make y as the subject. This 3x is being added on this side. When it will be going on the other side, it will be subtracted. 7 will remain as it is. This plus 3x will become minus 3x on that side. And since I have to make y as my subject and 2 is being multiplied with y, so I have to remove this 2 as well, and I will shift this 2 on the other side, and it will be divided on that side. So this is my equation number 3. As I have told you earlier that this equation number 3 is very important in this method. I told you that this question is a little bit different from the previous one because in this type of question equation 3 has a denominator in it. In the previous two type of questions we don't have a denominator in equation number 3. But in this type of question I have a denominator, and that is 2. So this type of question is a bit more difficult to solve as it has a denominator as well. So I have to be very careful about this denominator. So again again revising what we have done so far, I picked one equation, and I picked one equation on the basis of coefficients. This time I don't have any 1 in equation 1 or 2, so I picked the number which is the least among these four. So I am going with the equation 1. I picked equation number 1 and I picked y and I made it my subject. This is my equation number 3. I will substitute this value of y in equation number 2 because I have derived this value of y from equation number 1. I will not put it back in equation number 1. I will put it in equation number 2. Equation number 2 is 9x plus 8y equals to 22. Since my y is equals to 7 minus 3x upon 2, I will put the value of y in equation number 2. 9x will remain as it is. This plus sign, this 8, and I will use a bracket over here, and then I will write 7 minus 3x divided by 2, since it is the value of y, and equals to, and then 22 at the end of the equals to. So what will I do next? Instead of cancelling out this 2 and 8, I will take LCM first because I know these two are my fractions, and since nothing is written in the denominator, I will write 2. I will not cancel this out first. I will take LCM first and then I will multiply it with. So LCM of 1 and 2 will be 2. So in order to make this 1 2, I will multiply this with 2, so it will become 2, and I have to multiply the numerator with the 2 as well, so it will become 18x. This positive sign as it is, Since it is already 2, so I will not multiply anything with the numerator. I will write the numerator as it is. This equals to and this 22. Since my denominator is same, I will write this once and I will write the numerator as it is. This 2 is being divided on this side. I will shift this 2 on this side, so it will be multiplied, and I will also multiply this 8 with this bracket. I will expand it. This 18x as it is. This 8 when being multiplied by 7, 8 7 is 56, and then plus minus minus, and 8 3 is 24x, and this 2 will go on that side. It will be multiplied with 22, and my answer will be so numbers on one side and x on one side. This 18x and this minus 24x, this equals to this 44 as it is, and this positive 56 will go on that side and it will become negative 56. This will give me minus 6x, and this will give me minus 12. This negative will be cancelled out by this negative, and my x will be 12 upon 2, that is the value of x is 2. So I will put this value of x in equation number 3, as I told you, because this equation number 3 is very important because it is the simplest equation among the three. So I will put the value of equation number 3. I will write my equation number 3, that is y equals to 7 minus 3x upon 2. Since my x is equals to 2, I will put the value of x over here. Y 7 minus 3, 2 in bracket, and then 7, this 3 and this 2 will become 6. 7 minus 6 upon 2, and the value of y finally is 1 upon 2. My y is 1 upon 2 and my x is 2. And as you can see that the working is a bit lengthy, but the method is very simple. You just have to make sure to pick the right equation that has the least value of the least coefficient, and then make that variable your subject, and then substitute the value and then solve it to find the value of x and y.